Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Make Believe, where we're playing The House in Fata Morgana. Last time we had Nelli's birthday, which instead of paying attention to the guests, she paid attention to Mell, but then a sound happened, which interrupted it. Later in the night, Mell wandered around the halls and found the maid with a white-haired girl. Next morning, the white-haired girl is working there as the maid, and it seems like Mell has a crush on her. At least that's how he's acting. Now, either she is inspired on vampires, or she's actually a vampire. She's actually a vampire. I don't know. You have my thanks, Father. And I apologize for being late today. Now there's something unusual. You not being punctual. Maybe next we'll go a whole month without rain. Do have mercy on next year's crops, Mell. You hyperbolize, Father. So, did something nice happen? Huh? You look like you're in good spirits. Do I? No, I mean, nothing. Something did happen, didn't it? It's all over my face, isn't it? People prefer an open book to a face of stone. So it is. People may prefer it, but it's not a good trait to have for social engagements. What? Not the kind of engagements you'll be having, anyway. I'm sorry. Don't look so dejected. For now, at least, there's nothing wrong with that. So, tell me, what has you in such a joyous mood, Mell? You torment me so, Father. We've taken on another maid. You know how that goes, right? Someone new comes and things get lively for a while. Yay! All the excitement's gotten to me. That's all. Uh-huh. Why you look at me like that? No reason. So, what family does the little lady come from? Oh, I don't actually know. You don't know? I was going to ask her, but I missed my chance. Father has returned home, and I can't speak to Mother. First of all, it's weird that he's calling the priest Father, and then he mentions Father. And secondly, wow, he's can't really speak to Mother, huh? That's their relationship right now. I see. She's caught your eye, hasn't she? Yeah, she has. But the truth is, you're more than just interested in her, are you not? What? No, I... You truly do enjoy tormenting me. Well, I should be going home now. Mell? Yes? Make certain you find out where she's from. If you're genuinely interested in her, it's your responsibility to determine if she's actually suitable for you. Thank you. And excuse me. Doesn't matter if she's from an esteemed family or not. No. I'm not in love with her. I'm just interested. This isn't love. No. It couldn't be. This is me we're talking about. Besides, I hardly even know her. Young Saya. Blessed young Saya. Ends for the poor. It's the same beggar as before. I don't think he's moved since then. but he looks skinnier than last time. He's going to have trouble making it through the summer. I should give him something while I still have the chance. Alms for the poor. Have mercy. Sorry, but this is all I have to give you. Thank you very much. Blessing upon you. May the Lord bless your soul, young Tsar. Thanks. I feel bad for him, but that's just the way the world is. Farewell. The skies are really clear. The sun shone fiercely down on the town that day, as was characteristic of the area. Cloudy days and rain were frequent during the season, but the sun almost always took the stage after a storm. The cathedral, standing tall in the center of town, the stone-paved streets clacking with the pleasant sound of the footsteps, the people peering out from beneath awnings to look up at the sky. I have no idea what awnings is. In Mell's eyes, it was as if they were all blessed by a divine light. However, not everyone in the same land was equally blessed. In fact, the blessed were far outnumbered by the forsaken, even if their time would later come to be referred to as the Golden Age. Elsewhere, back at the mansion, Nelli was causing trouble for the Abigails. On a whim, she had decided to redecorate her bedchamber, so she gathered the maids and put them to work, shouting orders and demands and complaints. And she has not summoned only her personal servants, but others as well, including the white-haired girl. No, not like that. How many times must I tell you? The tapestry goes by the door, and I don't like the carpet's pattern. Is there anything else we can change it with? Hey, who put this ugly face here? Nelli appeared to be irritated, and it was the servants who bore the brunt of her frustration. Though if they found this similarly vexing, none of them showed it. She was a girl who spoke her mind, a trait particular to that time in history. Women of the Golden Age were so vivacious, in fact, that it inspired parody and satire in foreign countries. But no matter how hands-off her parents were, had Nelli been born a generation earlier, or a generation later, she likely would not have been able to act so free-spirited. That day, however, Nelli did not seem to be her usual self. Though she always spoke her mind, it rarely went beyond being childishly adorable. It was unusual to see her in such a foul mood, not even a smile on her face. Ugh, get rid of all of it. The carpet, the chair, the desk, it's all so ugly. Don't we have anything better? If we don't, then order it. Have it made. You can't do that. You can do that much, can't you? Hurry up and replace them. Chop chop. Having only arrived at that morning, the white-haired girl was unsure what she was supposed to be doing, caught in the middle of a flurry of maids and furniture and fabric. She chased frantically, scrambling Abigails with her eyes, and made attempts to help, but not being familiar with the work, she only ended up getting their way. She probably felt that everyone would be better off with her not in the room. So when the maids ordered to get the new furniture made their way out of Nelli's room, she attempted to follow them. You hold on a second. Yes, you with the white hair. However, Nelli stopped her before she could take her leave. What? The white-haired girl turned back, bewildered to find Nelli smiling at her. The corners of her mouth turned up into a self-assured grin. There was no trace of timidity or uncertainty in her demeanor. Her flaxen eyes seemed like they would look nice under the light of the sun. Almost the exact opposite of the white-haired girl. I wanted to talk to you, actually, but Mother never was one to share. I asked her to trade maids, but she wouldn't have it. Trade? You mean for... Which is why I decided to completely redecorate my room, because then I would need some extra hands. But why? Because Mother and Father refused to tell me anything. Why is that? Who are you exactly? Where did you come from? Tell me, what house are you from? Why can't you tell me? If we took you in, you must be from a fairly decent family. As a member of the Rhodes family, I have a right to know. Do I not? You can't expect me to welcome a girl into my home who won't even tell me where she came from. I don't know anything about you. I haven't seen you at any parties. I came from another country. Another country? What country? Somewhere very, very far away. Oh? North of here? East? West? Or maybe south? South. It's south of here. I crossed the sea to get here, which is why we have never met before. How far did you travel then? How many times did the sun rise, and how many stormy nights did you face? Innumerable days and nights we sailed, heading even ever further north. Huh. So tell me, Lady Nelli, that is a most wonderful painting. She just tried to brush me off. I won't let her get away that easy. Painting? It's in my room, so of course it's wonderful. But that one's especially so. You're both so adorable. You, Lady Nelli, and Lord Mell. How old were you when it was painted? Huh? Ah, that painting! Goodness, yes, you have a good eye for art. It is magnificent, isn't it? This was done when I was 4 and Mel was 7. You see how we're standing next to each other, holding hands? Yeah, you just gotta put, like, her with Mel in the picture that she gets distracted. She noticed that it seemed like it was a change of topic, but once she noticed what the painting was, she went along with the change of topic. Now, I don't know if the white-haired girl did the change of topic on purpose, or if she really was surprised with the painting. I was too young to remember very well, but Mel looks like he was really embarrassed. But standing there like statues makes for a boring painting, Nelli explained, brightly. Having completely forgotten she was pressed up against a white-haired girl, she did a little twirl, stopping to face the portrait. Also, let me see. Yeah, they're just there. Though many paintings lined the walls of her room, Nelli was most fond of the one of her and her brother. Two darling siblings standing side by side, the older brother smiling kindly, and the younger sister sweetly tilting her head, her cheeks the color of fresh-picked apples. It was like the very embodiment of their happiness. A painting lays its subject bare, you know, fortune and misfortune, happiness and sorrow, enshrined on canvas for all to see. And this reflection is not merely limited to the point in time it was made either. Did you know, Master, that paintings are alive? I mean, the Harry Potter ones, yeah, but tell me more about these. They are drawn with a brush over an extended stretch of time, unlike photographs, which capture a singular moment. The two have their own individual merits, but a photograph is still, while a painting moves. Portraits reveal both the past and the present state of those they depict. Mell and I have always been close. I would sing songs for him, and he would teach me about all sort of things. He's so smart. Nowadays, Mell hardly even goes on walks with me, making excuses like, I'm an adult now. But we used to spend a lot of time playing together in the rose garden. I see. The white-haired girl normally had difficulty smiling, but her lips naturally curled upwards as Nelli reminisced. A vision of the two happy siblings had probably swelled up in her mind, and I imagine there was a faint trace of envy in her heart as well. Lady Nelli, you love Lord Mell quite deeply, I see. Yes, of course I do. Mell's smart, and he's studious, and he's incredibly kind. For my birthday, he gave me this wonderful rose necklace. The jewelry shop he got it from is famous because even the royal family makes commissions for the workshop. So he had to have it ordered months in advance. Just for me. He's a prince. Oh? He's pretty charming, wouldn't you say? That's why I call him my prince. But you know what? Mell is a terrible dancer, and he still hasn't got his feet on the ground yet. And he's so bad at interacting with girls. So there's no one else who would say that about him. He's quite the gentleman. I assume women would be drawn to him. Gentlemen? Have you met Mell already? This morning, briefly. That reminds me, Mell seemed to know about her too. What do you think of Mell? Like I said, he's a gentleman. That's not what I mean. Don't think I'll let you get away with putting any funny ideas in his head. What? Mell's too trusting. He's pure of heart, so I won't stand you for trying to take advantage of him. I would never. So you say, but you actually want to get close to him. I wouldn't dream of it, Lady Nelli. He's a man far beyond my reach. You aren't planning on doing anything, are you? Not at all. And you don't have any romantic feelings for him, do you? What? Well, do you? Wow, I'm surprised that the white-haired girl didn't just answer a straight no right away. I have no romantic feelings for him, Lady Nelli. And you won't develop any? I mean, that's kind of hard to decide. I will not. And with that, Nelli gave a wide, satisfied grin. Even though one has no way of knowing how another truly feels, or how they might in the future. Yeah. You wouldn't, would you? Now that I think about it, there are plenty of other boys. You getting together with Mell is downright absurd. Indeed. But anyway, back to what we were talking about earlier. Your family, I almost forgot. You haven't told me exactly where you came from, or anything from your... Lady Nelli, I brought a new carpet. Just look at the embroidery. The work of a true artisan. I'm simply in love with it. Surely you'll find it to your liking as well? Wow, you're right. That's a Florentine stitch, isn't it? I wonder whether someone mimicked the style or if it was imported. Either way, a great find. Let's hurry up and get it laid out. Oh, and we'll have to see how the colors go with everything else. We'll have to finish redecorating quickly so I can show Mell. He'll be so surprised. What wonderful taste you have, Nelli. When the other Abigails returned, so too did bustle within Nelli's room. As the white-haired girl watched, a faint smile crossed her lips. Perhaps it was from relief at having escaped Nelli's inquisition. Or perhaps... Ah, Nelli, I'm back. Did you eat something you're not supposed to, dearest Mell? You're unusually cheerful. I'm the same as you always. Anyway, never mind that, dearest Mell. Take a look at my room. I redecorated today. So that's what you've been doing, hiding away in the house all day, Nelli. How's that any different than what you were doing? You were in the church all day. I guess. I'll look at your room, I promise. But first, do you know where the new maid is? Now, don't get any strange ideas. I just haven't yet the chance to introduce myself. And I thought I should, as a member of the family. Except you have, and I know it. Being the eldest son, it would be shameful if she were to pass me in the halls not even knowing who I am, so... Don't ask me. What? But you were in the house all day. She tends her mother, so why would I know where she is? Though she did help redecorate my room. You made her help? That's work for the menservants. There was no reason to make the maids do it. Oh, so you're saying I should invite a bunch of men into my room? I go into your room all the time, Nelli, and you were in my bedchamber just this morning. Only one man's allowed in my bedroom, dearest Mell, and that is you. So unless you become a servant, which I will not stand for, I will not ask any of them for help. Oh, Nelli, you ought to be a little more what? If you're going to lecture me, I won't hear it. What am I gonna do with you, my little lady? What? What? Why do you look at me like that? We talked about you, dearest Mell, and I'm not going to tell you what she said. About me? What did she say? She just said she was not gonna tell you. Please, Nelli. She said she had no romantic interest in you. I mean, you kind of put those words in her mouth, but sure. What? Oh. Hold on. Backlog. What? Why did that even come up? Because we're both girls. We talk about things like what kind of boys we like and who's the most handsome. Why do you look so downtrodden, dearest Mell? You look like a sad little boy who can't get his crush to notice him. 'Cause it's kinda that. That face is unbecoming of a prince, Mell. Are you interested in her? That's strange. You haven't even met. I'm not. It's just depressing to find out someone you never even met doesn't like you. That's all. If I'm going to make a move, I must do soon. If I don't have much time. The master of the house isn't around, so next in line would be him. That painting. Oh? Just looking for the master of the house, which the father, since he's not around, she's has something with Mell. Despite his near devastations by Nelli's news, Mell's flaxen eyes continue to wander in the hope of catching sight of the girl. By now it should be quite obvious to you what Mell was feeling. But the boy himself was having difficulty comprehending the things going through his heart. By now, I understood that last episode, when he was flubbing when talking to the new maid. Emotionally, he was horribly unstable, like a ship without a sail. Oh, I like the song. I like the soundtrack. And still, every time he spotted the white-haired girl, his heart would leap, his whole body jitter with anxiety and excitement. He had never felt anything like this before, and as such, he struggled to keep these strange emotions in check. Whenever he saw an opportunity, Mell would speak to the white-haired girl, and days he was unable to, he either spent in secluded silence or distracted days. Love is a curious thing. It has the power to change those who experience it. When he did manage to approach her, he tripped over his tongue. Again and again he talked to her, and again he stumbled. I imagine if you were to take him to see a romance at the theater in his present state, he would cry just as much as little Nelli. We cry at tragedies because we draw parallel with our own lives. At least, that is what I think. Great tales of romance attain true gravity with the audience only when they are personally familiar with love. In any event, the white-haired girl was, as a result of this, visibly perturbed. She was delighted that he was being so kind to her, but confusion overpowered every other emotion. She appeared to be at a loss for what to do as he clumsily catapulted words and stares at her. But Mell did not back down, though he probably knew not what caused such fiery emotion to erupt from within his breast. One's first love, in particular, tends to burn like a wildfire. Are you familiar with the sensation, Master? Oh? There she is. Is she cleaning? No. It looks like she's reading. It's now or never. Boo! Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I mean, part of you did because you went to boo, so... Lord Mell, you're very clearly meant to scare me, right? Because you wouldn't just notice me. What are you reading? You look pretty engrossed. Oh, I'm sorry. I should ask for permission. It's fine, no need to apologize. Feel free to read whatever you want. And you're welcome to bring books back to your room if you like to spend more time with them. But I was just amazed that the mansion had a library. It must have been a lot of work to collect all these books. There are some pretty old books in here too. Your grandfather's? Some that he collected, some even older than that. Take a look at this. I think it's a diary, but it's not from this country. Oh, could it be from her country? Or this century, for that matter. Maybe a feudal lord? Here, he's complaining about the quality of the harvest. Can't this forsaken land only produce over sour grapes? Ah, if only the largest of the, Barney? Or maybe Barnier? If only the largest of the Barnier states were mine instead. The land there is much more suitable to cultivation. There you have it. You can read this, Lord Mell? More or less. I looked over several times already, so that wasn't too difficult. Why would such an old book be here? I'm not sure. It and all of this was already here when I moved into the mansion at least. Have you not lived here your whole life? I was born out at our estate. But to me and Nelli, this is more like our home. We moved when I was still young, and we lived here ever since. Nelli and Mother have both grown quite fond of it. Father, though, often goes back to the house because he doesn't like all the roses. By himself? Yeah, well, sometimes Mother goes with him, but for the most part, he goes alone. But don't get me wrong, it's not because they don't get along. In fact, they act more like teenagers in love than grown adults. It almost makes me sick having to watch it. It is a wonderful thing to be so close, no matter how old they may be. True, but still. There are those in the world who cannot be with the ones they care for, as much as they may wish. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's right, the book. What were you reading? I, wasn't exactly reading. I can't. I do not enjoy reading lots of text, so I was looking at the pictures. Is that so? You seem very cultured, so I thought you would be partial to reading. Perhaps you're actually more like Nelli, and eschew your studies? Yes. I wouldn't have guessed. But you like looking at pictures? I do. What else do you like? What? What do you enjoy doing? It can be anything, come on. I enjoy being told stories. Stories? Yes, when I was young, my father would tell me tales. What kind of stories did you like? There was one about an imprisoned girl. Tell it to me. Once, there was a girl, and she was locked away in a mansion deep in the forest. A mansion with only one window. But the window sat high up on the wall, far beyond her reach, so it was always very dark inside, unlike this mansion. However, the girl did not like the outside world. There was lots of scary things out there, after all. Though she may have been all alone in the mansion, she grew comfortable with the darkness in time, so she had nothing to be afraid of. And then, am I doing a good job? You're doing fine. Keep going. What happens next? Okay. And then, the girl grew up. By then, she had already forgotten why she was locked up, but she was content with the darkness. However, her eyes couldn't help but be drawn to the little bit of light that spilled through the one window. Though she was comfortable in the darkness, the sight of the light made her heart race. At first, the girl thought it was because she found it unpleasant, because she disliked the light and the outside. But slowly, she came to realize that she was curious about the outside world. What could be happening out there? For all she knew, the town, the forest, the people, all of it could have changed while she was imprisoned in the mansion. But she had no way of finding out. So the girl decided to write letters and throw them out the window. What began as empty grasping became routine, continuing for several months until she was finally ready to give up. But then, a beautiful white dove flew in through the window. tied to the dove's leg was a letter. I see, it was tied over here. Her heart racing, she read the words contained within. It seemed to have been written by a man. The letter contained numerous questions for the girl. It also said that if she attached her reply to the dove, it would bring the letter back to him. She was astonished, but she wrote him back anyway, taking care not to mention where she was. After having exchanged letters a number of times, the two felt very close to one another, as though they had known each other for many years, despite having never actually met. And eventually, the man said he wanted to meet her? Indeed. The girl was unsure what to do. Should she tell him of how she lived? Should she reveal where she spent her days? She was afraid if she did, he would cease to send her letters. She was sure he believed her to be a young lady of noble blood, and not a girl locked away in a house deep in the forest. The girl could not bring herself to write a response. She released the dove through the window with nothing attached to its leg, and yet it returned with another letter, written in the man's familiar hand. You must surely have a grave reason for your silence, it said. I would like to know what reason that is, and I would like to help you, no matter what it may be. You have my word. She deliberated. Though his letter were kind, she did not know this man. He was from the outside. Would he still treat her the same way when he met her? And did she even want to step out in the world beyond? What do you think she did? Wrote a letter and agreed to meet him, right? Yes, she did. The girl made up her mind. She would write a letter. As always, when she tied it to the dove's leg, it flew off out the window, and for some time after that, she received no response from the man. This saddened her, but she thought it was for the best. She belonged in her own confined world, her world of darkness. But then, one day, light shone into the mansion. The sealed door had been opened, and in the doorway stood a handsome young man. I have come for you, he said. The man was a prince from a neighboring kingdom. When the girl stepped outside, before her sat a magnificent carriage, the likes of which she had never seen before, accompanied by many servants. The prince, kind as in the letters, swore his love to her, and the two lived happily ever after. What a nice story. I'm glad he had a happy ending. A prince. Was there something funny about the story? No, that's not why I was laughing. Do you ever imagine what it would be like if a prince showed up for you? Huh? It doesn't have to be a real prince, even just someone like one. Is that something you dream about? Oh, no, I think I'm perhaps a little too old for that. You think so? Nelli still fantasizes about her prince, and she's 14. I just assume all girls were the same. Lady Nelli's prince. That's you, Lord Mell, no? What? Is it not? I mean, we used to play make-believe a lot when we were kids, but I very much doubt she still thinks of me that way in earnest. When she calls me her prince now, it's mostly in jest. I wouldn't think so, Mell. If it weren't, that would be concerning. That part, I can agree with you. Oh? That story. Do you know if it's a regional tale? One that's been passed down through the ages? I'm not sure. It could very well be my father's own creation. Um, you might think me conceited, but I think the story might be about me. The girl trapped in the dimension is you? You you haven't been locked up anywhere before, have you? No, thankfully. I have never been locked up before. Thank goodness. But with an appearance like mine, I can sympathize with her being afraid of the outside world. I don't really see a problem with your appearance, but maybe it's this era and stuff. I have, at times, imagined how wonderful life would be if it were only me and my father. But the girl left the house in the end. If your father really wrote that story, then I believe it contains his hope for you to end up the same way. Oh. I don't have what it takes to be a real prince and whisk you away, but I can at least pretend. So, if it was your father's wish for you to see the outside world, then surely there's nothing wrong with you getting out and experiencing all the scenery that world has to offer. I want to see the outside too. Or to be more specific, other countries. So, if you like, we can maybe go see distant lands together, and Nelli's gonna pop in, right? Yup. Ah, dearest Mell, I've been looking all over for you. Nelli? Look at this, dearest Mell. Mother brought me this wonderful gloves to wear on walks. The rose embroidered on the wrists are just precious. Oh my, you're right. They are beautiful. You appear to be dizzy, Lord Mell. Are you feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. Mell was feeling frustrated at his inability to convey his feelings for her. And as his frustration built over time, he developed, I suppose you could call it, a severe case of lovesickness. For several consecutive nights, he had been afflicted with a peculiar sensation, a presence in his bedchamber. Oh? Death. Death to the unholy one. Well, this took a turn. Death to the heretic. Death to the witch. Kill. Oh, there's the mansion with one window. Jeez. Why? I never wanted her to die. Was she not eating? See you off the tower. Understood? No one finds out about this. How can you be so calm? Don't you understand what you've done? Pinning the blame on me. How nice it must have been being able to distort reality with panic. You're just as guilty as any of us. I never wanted her to die. Oh? The witch killed her. The blood of the witch killed my... Well then. A dream? What was that dream? It was horribly unsettling. I was holding someone, a girl that I cared for dearly, in my arms, and she was limp. It was almost as if she were dead. I've been having a lot of really unpleasant dreams lately. I can't stop shaking. Why would I have such a dream? He feels sick. Back to sleep. But I wonder, who was that girl? Hopefully it's not the white hair girl. I can sense someone standing beyond my door. It's someone there. It's like they're watching me. Is it just my imagination? I can't move. What? What do you want? Go away. The sound is growing fainter. Maybe the person walked away? That truly what your story meant, Father. But such a magnificent garden. Something we could never have had. Are my intentions misguided? The music is trippy. What a beautiful white rose. Oh? Her hair here looks like light blue in the moonlight. You know, he could have sneaked into his room rather easily then. So I guess she really was the one right next to his door. No one was watching. How long have you... Oh, you needn't pay me any mind. I should not condemn you, no matter what you might do. Rather, I'm on your side. I was not going to do anything. Oh, is that so? Then perhaps you were out for a late night stroll. I imagine you have less difficulties going outside at night. I beg your pardon. I will return to the mansion immediately. Ah yes, that reminds me. It was also the middle of the night when the grocer's servant broke into their safe. News of that spread quite far. I'm sure you would have heard about it. Oh? Although, was Jamask in prison? Dear me, I'm having trouble remembering. But worry not. If you wish for it, the mansion shall provide. You're in no danger whatsoever of getting caught. You said that a witch lives in the mansion, did you not? I did. Does that sound perhaps a bit archaic to you? No. I believe those rumors mockingly refer to me. Oh my. I have been accused of being a witch before, which is amusing. I don't have any magical powers. I simply have an unusual appearance. Wait. Was the flower was red? My, what a lovely shade of red. Yeah, she was talking about the white roses before, so I guess this was white in the beginning. The rose. It's something the matter. This rose was white. Yeah, okay, so I'm not tripping. Until I took it in my hand. Is that so? I apologize. I must sound mad. I'm sure it was just my mistake. I was just mistaken. It couldn't possibly have changed. I wonder. Yes? Did the girl locked in the mansion become a princess? What? We should lock up and head to bed. Make sure all the shutters are closed nice and tight. And then draw the bar on the front door. Well then. I think we're gonna be stopping here. So we're doing the back and forth, so this one's next. for that. I don't remember. Is it window? No. I guess just configuration returns title. So yeah, that was today's episode. We got to see a bit more of Mell's crush on her, even though he doesn't realize it, kinda. And Nelli being a bit more observant of that and her jealousy, just trying to break it apart before it even begins. And we got some mystery about the white hair girl. Or rather, some more mystery. Especially with the flower dent. And don't even get me started with the other maid. So yeah, we're still kind of like in a prologue setting of the story here. Not really sure where we're going on what we're going to be finding out, but I'm very curious. And with that being said, see you next time. Bye.